Welcome back to Movie Recap. Today I will tell you about part 4 of Species, The Awakening. Just leave a like on this video, sit back and relax. Miranda Hollander is a beautiful and smart college professor, living with her uncle, Tom Hollander, who works in a museum. He had adopted her after a car crash killed her parents. Miranda is very gifted, she can read books just by touching them, without even needing to open them. She believes that she has lived with her uncle ever since her parents were killed in an accident, while she was a baby. After her birthday, Miranda suddenly passes out, and is sent to a local hospital, and Tom is then notified by the police. When Miranda arrives at the hospital, she silently transforms into alien form and kills several people. When Tom finally arrives the following morning, he finds bodies everywhere. He locates Miranda, injects her with human hormones, and begins driving her to Mexico to get her out of trouble. On the way to Mexico, Miranda wakes up and begins asking for the cause of her illness. Tom then decides to tell her everything. He tells Miranda that she is the result of an experiment that combined human and alien DNA, an experiment conducted with his friend Forbes McGuire while they were both still in college. Tom has been injecting her with human hormones since her childhood to suppress her alien DNA. Thus she never entered a cocoon stage and aged as human. He further reveals that her parents never existed. They were just a fiction created by Tom to help build up Miranda's normal life. Tom explains he and Forbes parted ways because of differences of opinion over their vision of their creation. When they arrive in Mexico, Miranda rests in a motel room, while Tom spends the day searching for Forbes. After a few incidents, Tom and Miranda locate Forbes' current home. Forbes now lives with his recent experiment named Azur, another human and alien DNA hybrid who also serves as his assistant and lover. Forbes supports his experiment by creating half-alien clones of dead pets and relatives for persons. Forbes checks Miranda's condition and finds that Miranda has reached the end of her lifespan and will die in days. He reveals that her changes to alien form are her body's way of fighting back, as her human form has a weaker immune system. The only way to deny death is injecting fresh human DNA into Miranda. Miranda, however, won't allow that to happen when she realizes it will result in the sacrifice of another human being. Again, Miranda passes out once more. Tom goes searching for a donor and is mugged by a woman in the process. Azur then incapacitates the mugger, and the two bring her back to Forbes' lab, where they succeed in extending Miranda's life. However, Miranda starts acting odd, joking about having exchanging hormones with Azur. Tom checks her blood as she invites him to get drunk and share hormones in their hotel room. He tells her to rest, believing she is delirious from the procedure, which makes her leave in a huff. Tom finds Forbes did a sloppy job. Miranda's hormones are unstable, causing her alien side to become increasingly dominant. Driven by her alien hormones, Miranda manages to seduce the innkeeper, another hybrid. However, she kills him mid-process upon finding he is sterile. She goes to a bar for potential mates, seeing that a female singer in a provocative red dress is garnering a lot of attention. She sneaks backstage, intimidating the singer into giving up her dress. Tom wishes to sedate Miranda, so they can fix the imbalance in her DNA. Forbes gives him a near-lethal dose to use, but warns that she's 100% pure creature. Making things worse is that Miranda is no longer sterile, thanks to the new stem cells. Investigating a church, Tom is attacked by Azur. She reveals that she is angry that his arrival changed things. He manages to knock her out by dropping a large cross on her, leaving Azur to heal and regain consciousness. Forbes tracks Miranda to an abandoned warehouse, where she undresses. She reveals that Forbes has always wanted to share hormones with her ever since they met. Then she squeezes his hand to make him drop the sedative. Forbes gives in to his lust, allowing Miranda to strip him and share hormones. Once finished, Miranda changes into alien form and sends her tongue down Forbes' throat, suffocating him. Tom finds them later, barely pitying Forbes. Tom takes Miranda back to Forbes' house, where he discovers via X-ray that a hybrid child is rapidly growing in her womb. Miranda weakly tells him that her humanity is dying, and that she doesn't want to be pure alien. Unfortunately, Azur returns in alien form and Tom is forced to fight her. Just when Azur has Tom cornered, Miranda attacks her, and apparently kills Azur. However, Azur rises again and fatally impales Miranda before Tom kills Azur with a shotgun. In human form, Miranda thanks Tom for giving her life before dying. A saddened Tom turns on all the gas burners and tanks in Forbes' house and leaves, and as he walks away the house explodes. Thanks for watching. You can check out my other movies here.